Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the journey. Today's video I'm going to be talking about why I chose certain races for this season. I've got 5 races that I've signed up for so far, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about each one and why I chose it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content. So guys, welcome back. So as I said, today's video we're talking about my races for the year, so let's get straight into it. So my first proper race of the season is the Breedens Hardwick sprint distance triathlon. So that's a 750 meter swim, a 20k bike, followed by a 5k run. I haven't done this distance before. I did the super sprint distance for my first triathlon back in September 2019, which is a very similar distance, except the swim slightly shorter and the run slightly shorter, but the bike is the same distance, so it's very similar. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this one. This will be my first sprint. So why did I choose this one? So firstly, it's on May the 16th of this year, obviously 2020. I chose this one because it's a good timing for me. I picked out a few weekends which would be good for me. I wanted some sort of 6 weeks gap between all my races, which I'll get onto the next one in a minute. But I wanted about 6 weeks between. But I also didn't want to start the season too early. There were some local races. There's one actually on the 29th of March. A triathlon, but the water will be too cold. It's just a bit too early to start the season really. Once you start the season, you kind of lose out on, like, you have to keep tapering for events and then like doing the event and recovering again. I wanted to start a little bit later and be able to fully go into it with a lot of fitness and like with a lot of good training behind me. Obviously when I signed up for a lot of these races, and I wasn't sure where I was going to be at. Now I've made some good progress over the last few months, but I wanted to, at the time I just didn't know where I would be at. So yeah, I just picked out a few dates which I thought would be good, and May the 16th was a good one. It's a Saturday, which I already get off of work. I work Sundays, so if I could find a Saturday race it would be even better. So I've just booked off a Friday night off of work so I can sort of get ready for the race the next day. And it's not far away either. It's in Tewkesbury, which is about half an hour to 45 minutes away from me. So I'm actually going up on the Friday night, but I didn't even have to do that. I'm just going up on the Friday night and staying in a hotel, and then I'll start the race on the Saturday. Get my bike racked on the morning of the race. Don't need to do it the day before for a sprint distance. I think the race will probably start about 8 or 9. It's not like if you're doing an Ironman, you have to start at 7 in the morning, 6 or 7 in the morning, so you have to rack it earlier. But it's not like that with this one, obviously. So I picked this one because it's local. It's a lake swim. The bike looks a little bit hilly, and then the run's fairly flat from what I remember. It's also a British Triathlon event, which I found on their website, which was great to go for because I'd just done my license through them, which gave me, I think it gave me a little bit of a discount with one of these races. So I went for that one. The location was good, the race profile was good, the date was good, and obviously I wanted to go sprint Olympic half Ironman, so it was the right distance for me. And just actually before that race, I've actually signed up for what's called the Cotswold Water Park aquathlon. It's a bit of a mouthful to say that. Aquathlon, which means it's a swim and then a run without the bike. The reason I signed up for this is literally just for an opportunity to get the wetsuit on. It's like 2 or 3 weeks before the first race of the season, the sprint triathlon. So I won't really be racing this. It's just a case of like getting the wetsuit on, getting back into water in an organised event, and it saves me sort of going to the lake on my own, and for the first time of the year. So I decided I'd go for this one, just literally get the wetsuit on, make sure it fits all right, make sure there's no problems with it, and it's just a 5k run, which I'll just take fairly easy, I imagine, and just get ready for the race season really. I think it's 3 weeks before the sprint try, so I'll sort of be last big week before I sort of ease in, maybe. I don't know, that's up to the coach. But how much I taper for a sprint is, some people don't even taper for them because it's not that much more than what I would normally be doing on a Saturday with sort of a 2 or 3 hour bike ride. So yeah, I'm gonna get that one done, get the wetsuit on and get ready really. Second race of the season then, or second main race of the season then, is the Royal Windsor Triathlon. It's on the 14th of June 2020. It's one of the most prestigious triathlons in this country. It starts in the River Thames. You do a little swim in the River Thames, 1500 metres, so double the sprint distance swim, and then followed by a 40k bike, so double the sprint bike, and then followed by a 10k run, so it's basically double the sprint distance. I'm excited for this race. This is going to be good. I signed up, this was actually the one I signed up for first last year. You know, I saw it and I thought, wow, that looks amazing, let's go and do it. You run around Windsor Castle and all around Windsor, and yeah, looks really cool. So I've booked into a nice hotel down there. I think we're going for the whole weekend. We're going like the Friday and come back on the Monday. So it's going to be cool, and yeah, as I said, it's in a really nice hotel that we're staying in. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be interesting to swim the River Thames, and I'm kind of expecting the water to be a bit dirty. So I have seen a few people sort of say that make sure you bring some like flat coke to have in T1, transition 1, just to make sure that your belly's all right. It can really help with like settling your stomach and keeping it settled, and making sure you're not like feeling sick or anything if you have had a sort of, you know, a bit of a dirty swim. So yeah, I'm excited for this race. I'm not sure about the race profile. I haven't really looked into it too much. But 40k bike, 24 miles. You know, I'm at that level now. I've cycled like 21 miles, I think, is where I'm at. So I'm pretty much there, and I've got 14 weeks until that event. So yeah, I'm building up the run as well. So you know, haven't really started doing too many brick sessions yet, but you know, I'll be there. It should be good for that. That should be one which I'm ready for. It's, you know, I don't want to sit here and say it's going to be easy, but like, I'm not going to come into that like really like worried that, oh my god, I haven't done this distance before, because I should have done all 3 distances. Obviously my swim is already past the stage. I'm sort of swimming 2k now every time I go to the pool. You know, so I'm over swimming that distance already, and yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to be an exciting race. It's going to be good. It's meant to be really good crowds. It's also not too far away. It's maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours away, so it's not like traveling to the other end of the country. It's a nice distance away. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that race. Next race then, and my A race for the season. I've mentioned it loads of times. The Cotswold Classic. It's a half Ironman event. It's the pinnacle of my season. It's the one which I'm really thinking about all the time. It's half Ironman distance, or 70.3 distance, and that contains a 1900 metre swim, so it's a little bit further than the Olympic distance, but not that much. And then it is a 90k bike, so it's over double the distance of the Olympic distance, and then it's a half marathon run. So the bike and the run are massively longer than the Olympic distance, but the swim isn't that much further. So it's an interesting distance, really. I'm not sure why the distances work like that. It's strange, really. You kind of double from sprint to Olympic, and then you just sort of like don't move the swim that much for the half Ironman, but double everything else, or double and some everything else. It's going to be a good race. This, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I've literally thought for so long, like, oh, I can't wait to do a half Ironman, and now it's like 21 weeks away. It's nuts. And obviously I've spoken about it so much already on this channel. It's a really flat race. It's a lake swim. The run is flat and like round it's like 4 laps of the lake, I think 3 or 4 laps of the lake. The bike's flat, 2 loops, the bike flat with 1 decent-ish sized hill, which you'll obviously do twice on the loop. So it's like a 27 or 28 mile loop back to where you start, and then you do it again. Yeah, it's going to be a good race. It's really close to my home. It's literally like half an hour drive to it, so I'm just staying at home the night before, and you know, I'll just go. I think I'm racking the day before on the Saturday, maybe the Friday. I can't remember if the race is on a Saturday or a Sunday actually, but does it say on here? No, it doesn't. It's on the 1st of. I think it's on the 1st of August. It might be the 2nd. I'm getting a little bit mixed up there, but it's that first weekend of August. So it's 21 weeks from now. So there's a 7-week gap from the Olympic distance in Windsor to this race. So that'll give me a good, you know, maybe recover from Windsor for that first week, and then I've got like 6 weeks to like do 4 good weeks of training, then a couple of weeks taper maybe, or 10 days taper or whatever, and you know, that'll be the main block for this year, and that'll be where, I'm sure that'll be where like my most training is. The most training I'm going to do this year will come in. Yeah, honestly, I'm just really excited for this race. I cannot wait for it to come around. It feels like it's miles away, but like I signed up for this race when it was, I think, 48 weeks away, and now it's come down to 21. So I'm well over halfway through, like, since I signed up for it. And I'm coming, you know, I've already come so far, Still got a long way to go. Like I said, I'm up to like 21, 22 miles on the bike, so I've got not even halfway yet, but I will get there. And we're doing well. We're pushing towards that distance. Like quite quickly, we're sort of jumping up the bike sort of 15 minutes each weekend. So I'm up to like 2 hours 15 or 2 hours 30, and we'll jump up to 3 hours over the next few weeks. And then I think for this, like, hopefully I will have lost a bit more weight by then, or definitely I'm hoping I'll be like 18 stone by then. At the moment I'm like 21, so I'm hoping that I'm going to lose like another 2 or 3 stone by then. With that, I'm hoping that I can do like the bike in under 4 hours. That's an average of 14 miles an hour. At the moment I'm sort of doing my long rides at like 11 miles an hour, 10 or 11 miles an hour. So I need to go a little bit faster, but with that weight coming off, that's definitely going to help. And this being like a flat course, and I've been doing a lot of my rides on like a little bit hillier rides. So yeah, I'm confident I'll be able to do it in under 4 hours, and then hopefully like a half marathon in like 2 hours 30, 2 hours 45 maybe. And that'll give me plenty of time to miss the cutoff. Not really worried about like, setting a really fast time. I just literally want to get around it and just feel confident about it, and then kick on into Ironman training for the next year really. The only other race I have this year, which I'm going to do, is Stroud half marathon. It's my local half marathon. I've missed it the last 3 years, and I've really missed it. Like, I love the race. It's my very first race I ever did, very first half marathon I ever did, very first anything I ever did back in 2013. And I can't wait to go out there this year. I'm thinking in my head, like, I'd love it if I could go under 2 hours, but my PB is like 2:22, and realistically, like, given that I'm not doing a whole year of just run training and I've still got a lot of weight to lose, like, realistically it might just be like 2 hours 15, comfortably beat my PB. But let's be ambitious. Let's go for the sub 2 for now. It's not going to hurt me to say that now. Aim for this. What's the saying? Aim for the stars, and if you miss, you'll end up in the sky. Go with that saying. So yeah, that's not for 33 weeks. That's ages. That's 12 weeks after the half Ironman at Cotswold Classic. So I'll literally just finish the classic and then like take a couple of weeks off maybe, and then get into a little bit of training. But I'll still be doing swim and bike training as well. So yeah, that's my season. It's strange, it feels like it's so far away, and now it's like, wow, the season starts in 7 weeks. It's nuts. But I'm so excited for it all, and I cannot wait for it to kick off. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video and understand my season a little bit and why I chose what I did. And yeah, leave a like below, hit the subscribe, and I shall see you in my next video on Thursday.